Hey viewers and viewers, my name is General Red Strategist and welcome back to Say You're Being Hunted. This is episode 322. So, remember in the last episode we finished up our Literature Hunt 2.0. We found a fair amount of the letters in the game and we found all the books, which was pretty good. So, as promised, we are now moving on to something different, because I can't really do that Literature Hunt forever, otherwise it would require me to just get loads of different maps until I just find all the different letters that there are, which could take absolutely ages. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen, on a brand new world, starting a completely new challenge. This is the Wallace and Gromit challenge, ladies and gentlemen. This was actually suggested quite a while back by your mum's rolling pin, who set out quite a few interesting little conditions for this one. I've adopted most of them. I've tweaked little bits and bobs myself to make it more interesting in certain respects. So, obviously this is based on the very popular English, British TV franchise of the same name. I say TV franchise, of course it's had films, it's had video games, all kinds of stuff. Your favourite plasticine Northern English inventor and his trusty dog. So, the way this challenge is going to work is as follows. We're starting out, as you could probably tell from my starter kit there, we're starting out basically as the inventor class because, well, obviously, that's what Wallace was. He was an inventor. So we're starting as that. That's a condition that I've added myself. But conditions set by the person who suggested this. So the idea of this challenge is we have to go collecting as many pieces of cheese as we can find. Obviously there are no crackers in the game, but instead we're going to substitute crackers with chalky biscuits. So for every piece of Stilton I find in the game, that's 5 points. For every chalky biscuit, that's an extra 10 points. However, there are some other ways to gain points as well. If I kill rabbits, that gives me 20 points, because of course, you know, Wallace and Gromit and the Curse of the Weir Rabbit and all that, they absolutely despise them. Though it's a bit of a funny rule, that, considering that the whole shtick, if I remember correctly, with Curse of the Weir Rabbit, was actually that they were trying to get rid of the rabbits in a humane way. Was that not what they're trying to do? Okay, well, I'm not going to question it. And if a squire sings Rule Britannia, that also apparently gives me 40 points, because the song was written in 1740. That's not really related to anything Wallace and Gromit, but it's just an additional one. There was also an additional rule which I haven't actually adopted for this challenge. Your mum's rolling pin's original comment actually said that if I encounter a squire I have to have a 20-second conversation with them. I'm not going to do that rule, just because it would require me to time it perfectly every single time, and I kind of can't be arsed doing that. So I'm adopting most of the rules, basically, that he set out, but changing one of them. So I guess, really, what we have to do is, designate a kind of centre point building to use. I'm thinking probably we'll use that. Is that a pub or is it a farm? I think it's a pub. No, it's a farm, isn't it? Because it's two buildings. We'll use this farm over here. Oh, actually, there's a mansion actually over there. Maybe I'll use that instead. That might be better. Or a church. Oh, a church could be a good one actually, couldn't it? Because churches, sometimes you get robots around them, but not all the time. So in terms of biomes as well, I've not really tweaked them too much. I've set buildings to spawn at the kind of usual rate, so they're not spawning more than they normally would. But the biomes, in terms of what I've set on each island, basically the way it's going to go is as follows. We'll have, obviously this is a rural biome. For the North and West Islands I've set them to industrial, because obviously then you'll maximise a few buildings there. And for the East and South Islands I've put them to fens. So we've not gone for every single building type, but we've got some good ones. I immediately see we've got some chalky biscuits, so crackers, quote unquote. I have to get some Wallace and Gromit quotes in whilst I'm doing this, don't I? We've forgotten the crackers, Gromit! Okay, so obviously since we're using the church then as our centre building, let's discard some stuff. Also, I'm just going to tally down these points. That's an immediate 10 points, since we got some chalky bickies there, or crackers, quote unquote. In the meantime, let's get rid of all of this here. A load of bandages actually could be quite useful, so let's just store those down here for now. Right, so we're definitely going to use this church as our storage point. The idea is that once I've got all the Stilton and the quote-unquote crackers, aka chalky bickies, once it gets to the end of the challenge I have to scoff the lot. So the idea is I explore basically every single village, and then, you know, across all the islands, and then once I've got everything, that'll, I'll come back here, eat it all, and that'll be the end of the challenge. So yeah, hopefully it all makes sense, in essence. I will need to find weapons, of course, because obviously if I encounter any rabbits, I need to be able to kill them. Because this Wallace, who we're kind of role-playing as here, seems to have, a bit more of a dislike for rabbits, let's put it that way. Might as well take a matchbook for the time being. Oh, I don't know if I actually mentioned, there is another rule. No killing robots. So this is where it does kind of get a little bit weird. I'm not allowed to kill robots, and yet killing robots is fine. And the reason given for not killing robots is because Wallace is not a complete psychopath, and yet apparently I can kill rabbits, even though that actually goes against the whole shtick of Curse of the Were-Rabbit, as previously mentioned. Okay, I'm just getting my piece of paper. We got some more crackers, quote-unquote, so that's another 10 points there. Good start so far. We're off to 20 points. Pretty good. I like it, I like it. I could do with a torch, though, couldn't I? I did look in this. Yeah, I did look in that building. Okay, never mind. Let's look in this Warple and Tat. There's an alarm clock we'll take. We might as well eat some cat food whilst we're at it. Okay. Oh, careful. Oh, we've looked in that one, haven't we? Right, so let's go over here. I'm just trying to think as I kind of go along of all the different sort of strange Wallace quotes that we can remember from all the different Wallace and Gromit, the instalments in that franchise, all the different instalments that they've been. I'm trying to think, what was the last Wallace and Gromit thing I encountered? Probably, I mean, it's been years, to be honest, since I last watched a Wallace and Gromit thing. But, the last one I remember watching is probably A Matter of Loaf and Death, which came out a few years ago. It was on at like a Christmas time or something like that. At least that's what I remember. Or at least that's all I remember. But was that the one, Matter of Life and Death? That was the one where Wallace and Gromit, they became bakers, didn't they? And there was the woman, what was she called? Was it Paella Bakewell or something? And it was like, she turns out she was a serial killer. Serial as in C-E-R-E-A-L. That's kind of classic Wallace and Gromit humour, that is. Do we need this strange scanner? We don't really, because we're not actually hunting for device pieces, are we? Let's just take some food, because we always need that. There's definitely nothing else in there. Alright, let's dump the scanner. It's not necessary. Surplus to requirements. We don't need it. So, let us head over to this village over here. I think I just saw robots, though, in the which is going to be a bit of a problem. But then, obviously, we can head over to that mansion over there. Sort that out. Who will be knocking around here? Okay, maybe we need to do some distractions to get some of these assholes out of the way. 35 seconds. If we boost that up to 50, actually. Actually, we can probably clear out the mansion over here first. Look at this. This is this is Sir You Being Hunted's version of Tottington Hall from Curse of the Were-Rabbit. I do remember a few things, obviously from Wallace and Gromit, because they are quite iconic, aren't they? Let's be honest. So there's a lot of memorable moments from them. Oh god, that's a lot of rifle ammo there, that is. Obviously I don't have a gun though, which is no good. But we can always come back here and pick that up if we do get a rifle or something. Toy trains actually could be useful. That feels like a sort of little thing that Wallace himself would use. His crazy inventions and all that. We looked in that door, yes we did. Right, let us put this up to... yeah, let's keep it at sort of maybe 45 seconds actually. And let's put it... where should we put it? Down here, maybe? Just need to kind of... I'm kind of ideally hoping that... actually, if we do this, maybe we can kind of draw the robots out. In this way. Draw them off over there first. Then put another one there. Like that. So one goes off, lures them over. Then the other one will go off and draw them out for a bit longer. And this just gives us plenty of time then to go through all the doors. Okay. Let's get ourselves positioned nicely. Now, I don't recall Wallace actually being a stealth master, but certainly Gromit probably could pull it off. I was actually talking about Wallace and Gromit in a previous episode not too long ago. I was actually talking about somebody in the comments who'd been mentioning that apparently there were Wallace and Gromit video games. Oh, don't. That's not what I wanted. I didn't want to send the birds over. Go and... go to where the alarm clock is. Oh my god. They're idiots. Okay, they're off. Thank God. The other one will go off eventually, though. Can you fucking piss off out that village already? Is the other one going off? It looks like maybe the other one is. Okay, go around here. Yeah, the other one is definitely going off, which is fantastic. Ooh. Did he just see me? I think he did. What a fucking asshole, seriously. Go, 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 go. We need to clear these out. Bottle I'll take, sure. Because why not? Door. There's nothing in there. Okay, nothing there either. Fucking hell, that balloon's right there, jeez. Do you mind, my friend? Do you mind indeed? Or are you just going to sort of mess around with us? But yeah, what was I talking about? I was mentioning that, yeah, somebody had mentioned Wallace and Gromit games, that's right. And I talked about them a little bit. Fun fact, after learning that there was actually a 2003 platformer game, Wallace and Gromit in Project Zoo, I actually looked for it on eBay to see if there were any copies of it going, and there were. There were a load of dirt cheap copies of it, including some that were actually new. So, let's just say I actually bought one of them. I do actually now have a copy of Wallace and Gromit in Project Zoo. Came a while back, so if I ever get a chance, I might try that out on my PC, either on this one, my current build, or if need be, I can always reconnect up my old computer and maybe try it on there. Because who knows, maybe that could be a playthrough, future playthrough on the channel, assuming it works, of course, because it is an old game. That's the problem with old games, sometimes they don't entirely function. So you got to be, well, you just got to bear in mind, they may not work as intended. Oh god, there's not time to get stuck on anything, please. There we go. Yeah, there's nothing in there. We probably actually checked that out a moment ago, didn't we? And I just completely forgot, because you know what I'm like. Right, so we need to go... fucking hell. Balloon! Do you mind? Do you have to come here? Just as I'm trying to go towards the back door on that there building. Nope, nope. Didn't see anything, bud. You did not see anything at all. Good lord. Oh, man. I'm just waiting for a moment where I can say something along the lines of, "Ooh, the bounce has gone from his bungee." That was a famous Wallace line, wasn't it? Which one was that from? Was that from... oh yeah, it was from Close Shave, that line, wasn't it? After Preston, the spoiler robot dog, basically terrorises Gromit, whilst Gromit is trying to do window cleaning. That was it, wasn't it? Yeah, I remember now. It took me a second, but wasn't there also a parody of that line in Thingy Bobber, Curse of the Were-Rabbit, where the oversized rabbit said it as well? What was that oversized rabbit called? Was it Hutch? I think that was what it was called, wasn't it? Not to be confused with the YouTuber of the same name. Oh jeez. Oh jeez, there's a robot over there. You know, maybe I should be shooting at these guys. Maybe they can stand in. They can be a substitute for Preston the robot dog. Who knows? I think, were there any other robots in Wallace and Gromit? Yeah, there was, because in Grand Day Out, the original, there was that one on the moon, wasn't there? That weird one. I remember that. Wait, was there a door on this building? Or was it somewhere else? Oh god, it's around the other side, isn't it? Oh, bloody hell. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, bloody hell. That's not a line that Wallace was famous for. Oh, jeez. Get those, please. I should actually deposit my Choggy Bickies that I'm carrying around in my inventory at the moment. Sorry, my crackers, quote-unquote, that I'm carrying around in my inventory. I should deposit them back at the church and actually turn on this friggin' torch of mine. There we go, got a cup of tea. Lovely. More tea, Gromit. Lovely. Should be asking more cheese, Gromit, and all that. Okay, right. So if we go off in this direction, we'll get to the church entrance, then we'll go back to that village and just try and see if we can investigate the doors that I haven't actually peered into. Okay, we don't need the torch anymore. Right, deposit those there, please. So we've got lots of crackers already. We just haven't got any cheese for them. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. Right. I'm also kind of wondering, as I'm kind of playing this, the possibility of inserting some Wallace and Gromit clips into the video is present in my head. And so I'm thinking, what sort of clips could I take and where could I insert them into the video? Because you know what I like to do sometimes. I've done it on occasion, including here on the Being Hunted series, where I've basically been talking about various franchises, films, movies, TV, games, whatever. And I think to myself, oh, that would be good if I could have a little clip there that I could insert at this moment. Right, just throw that. I'll have to keep throwing these. Oop, no. No, you don't, you bitch. Take another one. I'm just trying to get to... Fuck. Oh god, there's about 3 of them now. What a bunch of assholes. Jesus. These guys clearly don't like Wallace and Gromit. Okay, maybe I did investigate that door. Okay, well, I think we've investigated all the doors on this village, in essence. Oh, there's another church or something over here. Well, we'll go and check it out. Sure. Obviously, with the building generation settings being different this time around, there's going to be fewer and fewer villagers, which is fine, as it means I don't have to investigate too much per island. Obviously, that might change once we get to the industrial biomes. Okay, mints, that's not what we need. I'll take some sherry, though. We'll just get a bottle out of that. But we will eat the mints, though, actually, come to think of it. Still need weapons, though. That's what I need. Some weapons in order to take out rabbits. I hear robots somewhere nearby. Oh, bloody hell. Why the pheasants? Seriously. Why the pheasants? Who's... Oh god, there's fucking robots all over these fields. Jeezums. Why do you have to be that way? Okay, maybe we can sort of loop around them. Like this. Oh, dearie me. You know, what's the thing about Wallace and Gromit? Because obviously Wallace and Gromit is like stop-motion clay animation. Or plasticine, whatever it was they used to make them. I'm trying to think. How... What was the... It was something like... Hang on, let me try and just gather my thoughts here before I start splurging it all out into some kind of word salad. The thing I have in mind is that apparently I've heard somewhere that when making the Wallace and Gromit like TV shows and films or whatever, apparently it would take the Aardman Animations who make Wallace and Gromit. It would take them about a full day just to film I think about 8 seconds of that stop motion plasticine animation, which is fucking insane, really. The amount of fucking hard work that must have went into those old Wallace and Gromits. Insane, really. It's sad in many ways, of course, that Peter Sallis, the original voice of Wallace, obviously has been dead for a while now. He was quite a classic British actor, he was. Yeah, I think... How old was he when he died? He must have been in his 90s, because I'm pretty sure he was born back in the 1920s. Old Peter Sallis. Well, that's a dead rabbit, which we don't need, because there's a lot of rifle ammo on this island as well. It's pretty crazy, isn't it? But, of course, Peter Sallis... I mean, he had quite a prodigious acting career back in the day, but he was also known, I think, in his later years for playing, what was he called, Norman Clegg on Last of the Summer Wine. That's another kind of classic British TV comedy or whatever it was. Oh, stop it. Oh, for fuck's sake. Why can't you notice the fucking train instead of me? Actually, come to think of it, those trains are a good distraction item for this challenge, aren't they? Because if you've watched Wallace and Gromit in the Wrong Trousers, they had that little train set going right through Wallace and Gromit's house, didn't they? It was the delivery system. Are you going to fucking give up yet? Please. There we go. Right. You just stay around there, if you can. In fact, take that. There we go. I'll distract him and pull him a bit further out so we can investigate this village over here. Assuming there isn't another one. Nah, he's just over there. He's good. He's good for the time being. So yeah, trains. Maybe we should pick up lots of toy trains as well. Oh, wait a minute. There's an alarm clock in there that we can actually use. Let's take that. We have a nice big free inventory space. It's pretty good. Is that... Oh, you're lucky. Oh, I should have picked up that fucking axe. Why did I not pick up that axe that I saw before? Fuck. Was it in the cottage? I don't even know. I can't remember. It's been such a while. Oh! Speak of the devil. There we go. Oh, more Chucky Bickies. That's good. So, if actually I'll take the revolver bullets as well. Because you never know, I might get to use them. So we're getting a lot of crackers. Just no cheese, Gromit. Not a lick in the house. Was it something like that he once said? Old Wallace. Okay, I think that rabbit is actually stuck, so if we do this, I'm gonna cleave ya. Bonk. There we go. That's lovely. So we get an extra, what, like 30 points or something? Hold on, I'm going to need to note this down in a location that's fairly safe and away from where the robots are. I hear more of them, but for now, since we're kind of at the side of the road. So let's get another 10 for those biscuits I just picked up, and then 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go, it's another 20 added on. I'll tot up how many we're actually on at the moment once we get towards the end of the episode. Bollocks, that's not what I wanted to do. Where are the fucking robots that I'm hearing? Oh, there's one there. Uh-oh. They see me? Yeah, they saw me. What a bunch of assholes. I'm going to jump over here like an absolute pro. Oh god, the freaking entrance to the field is right there. That's no good. Okay, go this way. That's better. I was going to go down the path, that's all, towards that other village that's off in the distance. But these guys decided to be a bunch of absolute assholes about it. Oh yeah, there's a barn over here as well. I doubt there's going to be any cheese or anything in that, but may as well check it out. Where was the church? Oh, there's the pub. That's the village I need to check out there, and that bit. Oh, well, the friggin' church is somewhere nearby. It's over there. There it is. It'd be easy if I had a map of the island I could use, because then I'd just, whip that out, put a marker down so I know whereabouts I am, whereabouts I need to go. Yes, indeed. But what was I talking about again before I got distracted? Obviously, yeah, Last of the Summer Wine. Well, Peter Sallis, who used to play Norman Clegg. I think he was just called Cleggy most of the time, that character. But yeah, Last of the Summer Wine. That's that's a long-running British TV comedy series, isn't it? I don't know if it's still going. I don't think it's still going. I think it stopped a long time ago. But yeah, that was first aired, I think, back in the 70s, like 1973 or something. Last of the Summer Wine, and it was going up until the sort of late 2000s, early 2010s, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere around there. I don't know, I mean, my knowledge of it is not perfect, let's be honest. But, I like to think I know a little bit, at least, about it. Okay, hold on, I hear robots very close, so we just need to be a little careful, don't we? God, there's really not a great amount of cheese, is there? Oh, well, there's more Chocky Bickies, though. We'll top those up in a little bit. For now, let's just investigate these buildings. We'll always take, obviously, drink, because we can use that to get bottles to distract robots. There's an empty bottle there, which is fantastic. God, I didn't realise Wallace was a bit of an alcoholic. Right, we've got a revolver, which is good. That'll do us just nicely. Okay, right. Well, nothing really else in this village over here, which is fine, I guess. Okay, so if we move off over here, get this telephone box. There's nothing in it. It's fine. We need to put... Oh no, we put the revolver on there. And then we need to add that extra 10 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. Noted down. You can probably hear me fumbling around with my piece of paper. There we go. Oh, bollocks. I did not mean to do that. There's a shed over there. Looks like it as we push our way through the shrubbery. We go to this. Ooh. Well, we'll swap this for that. Uh-oh. Somebody's looking at me. Somebody's looking at me funny. And there's another one looking at me funny over there. Good lord. Let's just get the fuck out of here. I can't fire back at them, because that's the fucking pacifist element of this bloody challenge. We're psychopaths towards rabbits, but not towards robots. Especially not robot dogs, because apparently they represent Gromit and his robot brethren. Apparently. I don't know. I don't know. It's not my rules that I set out. Wallace and Gromit is not from the West Country, incidentally. He's supposed to be based in the north of England. No, if anything, he's from Lancashire. Yeah, cheese, Gromit. Right, go over here. So we'll deposit these crackers, quote-unquote, in the old church. And then I think we'll start wrapping up the challenge. We'll maybe head back to the Standing Stones and get a save game. Oh, somebody's shooting at someone else. Well, if one of them dies, that'll definitely be the bounce gone from that guy's bungee. Right, there we go. So look, so many fucking crackers. It's so far no flipping cheese. No cheese to go with it, Gromit. Who's shooting? Someone in the background, isn't it? It's old Victor Quartermain hunting down the weir rabbit. Okay, Right, let's head back to the Standing Stones, and whilst we're at it, I think we'll wrap this episode up here, because we've been recording for a good 10 or 15 minutes there at the very least, I think. I've actually completely lost track how long I've been recording for. Normally I'd have a little digital timer here next to my computer, but I've just realised I moved it into my kitchen because I was doing some cooking recently, and I forgot to move it back. God, my throat just made a weird noise then. Yeah. Okay, right, so let's wrap things up here. So I hope you enjoyed this episode 322. We've started a new challenge. Should be very, very good. Do you guys have to show up right now, just as I'm doing this? Right, so Facebook and Twitter links down below, along with a link to my propagandist channel for anyone interested. In the meantime, if you're not doing so already, you can follow me on Facebook. Wait, did I not? Wow, good lord. What is this, fucking early onset Alzheimer's or something? What did I mean to say? I meant to say like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. But in the meantime, this is General Red signing off. Goodbye, everybody. And our snitching has led to people dying, and this is our kind of personal hell, where we have to make up for our sins. The sins of killing them. Oh, I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't fucking ready for that. Hell, the lantern spirits showed up. I didn't think they were going to be that tall, though. God. Okay. Just hold your breath, stay still. Oh god. Oh, that's not. Oh no. I'm just going to drink my tea. Okay, that's what they do. Right. Okay. At least I can just get past him like that. Hey viewers and viewers, my name is General Red Strategist, and welcome back to Sir You're Being Hunted. This is 300... This is the 3... Fucking Jesus. Hey,